I'm going to show you how to rig probably the most dangerous, lethal setup for catching big crappie. Slip float, bobber stop, slip float, split shot, and a hook. So simple, but it's probably been responsible for putting more fish in the boat than any other setup you could ever possibly think of. Been around longer than just about any setup you could think of. Bobber and a minnow. Take you back to those good old days when you were a little kid. Stick around, I'm going to show you how to set this up, what I got right here in this box. All right, we're going to go over one of my #1 tips for crappie fishing in the spring, and this cannot be beat. The old Carlisle slip floats, bobber stops, split shots, and a hook, and a bucket of minnows. One of the most lethal ways to crappie fish. Guarantee, hands down, more fish have been caught with this setup than any other setup. I'd bet money on that. And we are going to be using 6-pound trilene fish line, 6-pound XL trilene. And we are going to start with these little bobber stops. All this will be in my Amazon link, so you can be able to go right there and get any of it. It's a good way to help support my channel. But thank you to all the guys that have done that. So these little bobber stops, you can pick them up just about anywhere. And like I said, I'll have a link for them on my Amazon account. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your fishing line and you're going to start it right inside that black tube. And I know there's a lot of y'all sitting out there thinking, why in the world is he showing us how to do a slip float? We've been doing it for years. Well, there's people that learn how to fish every day and they need that, maybe somebody to help show them how to set it up. So this is it. This is how I set up my slip float. So I got my little green bobber stop on. And you can even make bobber stops. You can come up with your own way to do it. A lot of people do that. I prefer to buy them. They're cheap. It's easy to do. Slide your line through the little black tube. Get your line all the way through. Pull that green string off. Pull your tube out. Separate your tube. Now you're going to grab a hold of those two ends, those two tag ends on that knot, and you're just going to pull it tight. Just like that. You're going to get a nice tight little knot in your fishing line. You should end up with these two little tag ends left over. So next, what you're going to do is you're going to clip those little tag ends off. Almost got to tip my finger right there. Go to the other one, pull the other one off. Now you end up with this little green knot right there on your fishing line. So you're going to go back to the end of your line, get to the start of it, get your little slip float. Orange end up here at the top. That's the top of your float. That's the way you want your line going in. Some people will use a little bobber stop bead right here to stop that bobber stop from going down inside your bobber. The one good thing about the Carlisle floats is that's a little bitty hole that bobber stop isn't going to make it through. Another good thing about these is there's no foam inside that's going to get caught up on. They're a little more pricey, but I think they work a whole lot better. So you're going to slide that fish line right through top, all the way until it comes all the way out the other end. There it is right there. And we're going to pull it out. And we're going to stop it right there. We are going to get us a minnow hook. And I'm pretty sure these are #2. These are just simple old Aberdeen hooks. We're going to put the line right through the eye. We're going to pull it up. And I do my knot like this, just like you see on the back of the trilene box. I'm going to twist it 5 times. And then I'm going to take the tag in and I'm going to run it through the loop right here above the eye. I'm going to grab a hold of that tag end again and I'm going to run it up here through the loop that my fingers are in. I've been doing this knot for years and I have no problems with it. And I'm going to pull it down tight against the eye of the hook. Pull it down until that knot cinches real good and tight right there. And we're going to cut our tag end off. Right there. We're going to pull that hook down just, I don't know, maybe 6 inches or so, and we're going to put it as a split shot. I should have got a pair of pliers for doing this, but I guarantee you 99.9% of everybody that uses this does a split shot the same way. With your teeth. So there you go. There's your simple, the most deadly crappie rig that you're going to use. And right now is the perfect time to use it. It's 2nd of April, 2024. And that is my #1 deadly setup. Catch a crappie. Bobber stop, slip float, split shot, and minnow. Hook and minnow. That's it right there. It is simple, so easy to use. Get you the setup. It's all fairly cheap. It's all going to be right there in my Amazon account, Amazon link. But that is it. That is my setup right there. The old trusty slip float and minnow. Perfect for hunting down those crappie and figuring out where they're at. Or once you've figured out where they're at, you need to cast to them, hook that up. You can set that anywhere from right above your float. You can set it 20 foot deep. A split shot's going to drag your minnow down, and it's going to stop right there on your bobber stop. Awesome setup. Give it a shot. Give it a try. I think you'll catch a lot more fish like that.